Hey gang, it's Platt here. Today I'm doing a video I probably should have done a long time ago. One of the comments I get a lot is I'll post a video on making something, whether it's a liqueur, wine, cider, beer, what have you, and a lot of people ask me, well, hey, how'd it come out? How'd it taste? Why don't you add it to the video, or why don't you post, a review of how it's done? I apologize for that. When I review like a beer kit or whatever, I'm really kind of focused on that beer kit, as far as how it works in the making of the beer. I think we all know what a pale ale tastes like, or a stout, lager, what have you. That being said, I definitely need to go back, taste those beers, see how the kit worked, how I worked as a brewer, what have you, and I apologize for that. So what I'm going to start doing is, every time I get like 3 to 4 beers that are ready to go tasting wise, ready to drink, I'll do a video and we'll review how they came out, and I'll link it back to the videos with the kits that it came from. What we have here today is we have 4 beers. First one is an American ale we made with the Brewmaster 1-gallon brew kit. Next one is a pale ale we made with a True Brew home kit. Third beer is the Oatmeal Stout we made with a Mr. Beer partial mash kit. And then finally, last but not least, is the apple cider we made with a Mangrove Jack kit. First, let's start off with the American Ale. This was a 1-gallon Brewmaster kit. ABV, we came out at 4.5%, which is where we should be, so we hit the ABV. Let's give her a try. Alright, we got a nice little hiss, so it sounds like the carbonation should be alright. Alright, so taste. Alright, nice nose, nice little bit of hop on the nose. Oh goodness, that is good. Nice little bit of maltiness, plenty of hops. I get nice level of hop aroma on the nose, plenty of nice cascade, that cascade Western, the American style piney hops. Yeah, I think we did all right. That is definitely a have to do again. Brewmaster turned out all right. All right. Let's get to our next beer. It was a pale ale that we did a 5-gallon batch with a True Brew kit. After checking my final gravity, we came in at 3.94% alcohol by volume. We were a little short. I think 4.3 to 4.5 was the range the kit suggested we hit. In full honesty, full disclosure, I had this kit for a little while. I think it was still good as far as the date, but we were pushing it. And with these kits and any kind of home brewing, you really want fresh ingredients. Don't let that can of malt sit around. Obviously don't let it expire. Even though, yeah, conceptually you could brew with it if it was like a week over, a month over, whatever. But that freshness is going to affect it, and I got a feeling that's might what happened here. Let's give her a try, though. All right, get a nice pop out of that, so it sounds like carbonation will not be an issue. Alright, decent hit. We're a little darker than that American ale we'd made. I don't get quite the hop aroma. Almost smells a little extracty. You kind of smell the extract in there. Both of these were a partial mash kit. Let's give her a try. That's not too bad. I do remember on the True Brew kit, we did have a can of malt extract, and to me, canned extract has a different taste than the dried malt extract, and a little more of a kit-like flavor to it. This does have a little more malt than that American ale. it's okay. That's about the best I can say. It's okay. It's drinkable, but that American Ale so far is the leader in the clubhouse. Next, we have our Oatmeal Stout. It's from Mr. Beer. Is a partial mash kit. We came in at 4.7% alcohol by volume, which is what we should have. Most Mr. Beer kits come in at 3.6% or so, the basic kits. This one gave us specialty grains that we steeped. If I remember right, it was oatmeal, 2-row, and a chocolate malt. That kind of gave it character, along with the can of their Irish Stout extract. We made a 2-gallon batch. Let's give her a try. All right, got a nice little hiss there. All right, got a little head, not much. The color's right for the head. Yeah, I get a lot of those that dark roasty note on the smell. Let's give it a try. I just get a lot of dark notes. You know, you get a little espresso, coffee, and those darker the chocolate malts, the dark malts. Yeah, I'm just getting a lot of that. That being said, it is definitely a stout. It falls in line. If you like stouts, I think you would appreciate this. Not a lot of complexity to it. I would like a hair more. You know, an oatmeal stout, because the oatmeal in there has a little more smoothness. It kind of smoothens out some of those harsher, that kind of coffee thing. This is just more straight, like I said, dark and coffee notes. Not bad. Alright. Last but not least is our apple cider from Mangrove Jack. Oddly enough, we hit our target of 5.3% alcohol by volume. The only problem was that kit's designed for a 6-gallon batch, which means you really need an 8-gallon fermenter. I have a traditional 6-gallon fermenter for 5-gallon batches, so in the video I stated that we would just do a slightly smaller batch, and that would probably end up, since we had the same amount of fermentables in there, that we'd probably end up with something with a little higher ABV. Well, that did not happen. In 100% honesty, I'm not sure why that didn't happen. The fermentation was quite vigorous. One of the things that maybe could be is Mangrove Jack recommends that you really only ferment this out for about a week or so, and that's what I ended up doing. And maybe I probably should let it go a little longer. Maybe I ought to hit that, but I was trying to stay close to their instructions. So we'll see how it tastes. I didn't get much of a hiss, so we'll see how the carbonation comes out. I'm not getting a lot of bubbles. Alright, I'm picking up a little yeast on the nose, so let's give her a try. Oh, that's nice. Plenty of sweetness. Not as dry, and I intentionally did that in the cider. If you remember the video, there was a pack of sweetener in there, and you could adjust by the amount you use. And if you use the whole pack, you're going to have a sweet cider. And I definitely get that. Unlike a lot of drier, crisp cider, this is closer to apple juice. So this is kind of an alcoholic apple juice, for lack of a better term. Overall, very drinkable. Oddly enough, like I said, I get the yeast on the nose, but I don't get it in the taste. Carbonation-wise, I probably missed the mark on that. But as far as taste, this is very drinkable. Something you could definitely give someone that's not a beer drinker. You know, I don't drink beer, blah, blah, blah. This is something they would definitely drink. So, that is it for these 4 beers. I'll make sure I get everything linked in back to the videos that we made them from and vice versa. In the future, guys, I promise I will do a better job of, if I make something, follow up with a tasting of it. It may be down the line a little bit because, again, a lot of these kits, with just a generic kit, 6 to 8 weeks, things like meads and other wines are going to take a little longer. Like I said, in the future, we've got watermelon wine and Asterglen or maple mead coming, and there'll be more down the line. So probably every 2 or 3 months, I'll go back and review things I've made. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe down below. Any questions, comments, or concerns, you can leave them in the comment section, or you can contact me on the Twitter page. Also, one thing I ask, please like the video because it lets YouTube know we're putting out good content. Well, until next time, bottoms up.